Record. Okay, guys, welcome to night number 2 of Goalgetters. I'm super excited to talk about what we were doing today. So we had talked about starting authentic conversations and doing that in Messenger and finding a way to kind of bring it to the phone or even bring it in person. So I'm just going to kind of mute everybody, and then you guys can unmute themselves as you guys want to. So feel free to interrupt at any time, but that just helps with background noise. So I'm really stoked. I saw a lot of you guys getting into action and posting those authentic conversations in the group. And so I wanted to know who had success with either moving those conversations to the phone or getting really close to moving them to the phone. So has anybody had any luck with that? Oh, Leslie did. Okay, so I'm going to unmute you. Okay.
For the one with Melissa Salzgiver, we're going to meet on Friday because she is interested in program, but she's afraid of what the food tastes like because she's super picky. So we're going to meet Friday and have lunch and discuss program, and I'll probably bring 1 or 2 of my fuelings for her to try.
Okay.
And we're going to go from there.
Okay, so let's share the screen real quick, and I want to look at that.
Okay.
Let's see. All right, where we go? Okay, so that's there. So that was number 1, so that's somebody else. That's Christina, that's Christina, that's probably Christina. I'm looking. Is this one?
Yes, that one.
Oh, wait.
No.
Why did it?
I don't know.
Why did it do that? That one. Okay. Yeah. All right. Daddy has pink eye. So this is
next one down. Next conversation down. That one. I went and had a birthday party with her this weekend, and her and I talked about stuff. She already knew I was on the program. So this is just me continuing talking about her and the food, because she really does need the program to kind of regain her sleep and her energy.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
She has 3 teenage girls. They all live with her, and she has a 2-year-old grandson.
Cool. So what was her response to this? What did she say?
She messaged me and said that she wants to meet for lunch on Friday so we can discuss program more, is what she said.
Sweet.
So, yeah. So
okay.
She said her and her husband are leaving for Vegas, and
okay.
she said on Saturday, so do you want to meet for lunch on Friday? We can talk about program.
Sweet. So have you already done a health assessment with her, or is this just kind of no?
Yeah, I'll do a health assessment with her on Friday.
So cool. These are my favorite. These are my absolute favorite, is to do them in person to connect. So perfect. Awesome. So okay, I'm going to put a little asterisk by this because I want to go there
okay.
So that I don't forget for later.
Okay.
We'll talk about coffee dates and what to talk about.
Okay.
Okay. So perfect. Alrighty. So now I'll mute you, Leslie. Anybody else have any good luck with some of these conversations and starting these authentic conversations to be able to move them to a phone or a coffee date? Erin, you did. And you have to unmute yourself.
Okay, so my lady that I signed up today, I had been talking to her for a while. She was a client of mine. Anyway, but mine's something different. One lady I had a conversation with today, she is interested in what I'm doing, but she also puts on, like, she's doing this Summerfest. It's a vendor expo, and I don't know if we're able to do those things.
Yep.
And she does this speed networking. She said it's like speed dating, incredible way to build your business. You need to come and meet a ton. Or do you need to come and meet a ton and go on? Anyway, she said she is a networking queen. She's great at helping people make money. But I didn't know if I could do that. So she's interested in meeting, though.
Awesome. So what I know is that networkers network, right? She may be a very good connection for you as far as, I mean, even if she's not interested in program herself, but she's going to know of people and help spread the word. So what I would do is just meet her and kind of do like get the word out with her, you know, and just say, well, tell me about you, you know, like learn about her, and see, you know, who she is and get a feel for who she is and what she does and things like that. There may be an opportunity where she does like a booth set up, like Christina. I know that you were kind of working that. Linda's worked it before. And just maybe bring some before and after photos of your clients and things like that, and share that you're a health and wellness coach, and create like a sign up list of people who may be interested in talking programs, stuff like that. So there's ways that you can do that, and we can talk about how to do something like that. Or it may just be somebody that you connect with. I can't tell you how many times I've had coffee dates where literally all we do is just connect and we share our stories, and then it's a networking connection, where I'm just touching base with them every once in a while and saying, hey, how's life going? How's this? You know, what can I help you with? And then it's reciprocal. So those are always good connections. And then you can always friend all of her friends. Right? Like that's a really good way to start getting the word out. Leslie's laughing at me, but that's what I do. When I find people that are good with networking and inspiring and things like that, I go friend all their friends. Like, oh my God, how do you know so-and-so? And we've all kind of done that, like Jerry and Leslie and Linda, and I think probably Christina and stuff like that. We all have like these 5 gals that we're all friends with, that really know how to network and stuff. So totally cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, no, coffee dates are probably the best, which is something I'm going to encourage you guys. I kind of put an asterisk by that. Who else, did anybody else have any luck with their authentic conversations, moving it or even getting close? You got another one, Erin? Unmute yourself, Erin.
I do. I have another one for another guy that I've been friends with for a while, and we started a conversation on Facebook and then moved it to text. And I'm going to talk with him and his girlfriend either tomorrow night or Thursday night.
Awesome. Was it one of the ones that you put in the group?
No, this one came in later. So.
Oh, dang. Cool. Okay. So tell us about that authentic conversation. How did it start?
So he's been watching my Facebook, and so I just messaged him because he'd been having some back issues and asked him, you know, how he was doing. And he lives in a town like 4 hours from us. And he said he hasn't been feeling good, and that he hasn't even felt like coming down to the beach because he just feels terrible. And he's very interested in what I am promoting, he said. So I messaged him back and told him I would love to tell him about it, and gave him my times. So basically that was it.
Nice.
He said Teresa's interested also, so why don't we set up a time where we can both talk to you at the same time? It's like, got it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. I think that's a really good thing too, to once you start really being interested in people's posts and stuff like that and really know what's going on with people, you start to pick up things. This is really funny, but this is another thing. I search for keywords like pain, sleep, fat, unhappy, sad, things like that in Facebook, and I filter it by people that I know, right? So you can filter something like that and see who's posting stuff like that, and you can find if somebody is struggling, right? So that was amazing. You were interested in him and said, hey, how's your back doing? And showing interest and compassion in him. And that's what's really amazing. Okay, Christina, did you have somebody?
I didn't have any like specific successes from this one, from today's conversations, but I wanted to talk about kind of, I met with a gal yesterday, and it started from a conversation And I can't even remember. It was, she had commented something on one of my posts, and I said, you know, thank you for supporting me. And we had always talked about hiking. So then I went into like, how's your hiking going? And she talked about how she's in a lot of pain, and how she was going into surgery and she needed to lose as much weight as she could in the next 2 months. And all I asked was like, well, what are you doing to do that? And she told me what she was doing. And then she went into, but I have a feeling you have something else that works that you're going to tell me about. So please tell me about it. And I actually met with her yesterday in person, and I'm following up tomorrow. But it all started from just like saying, you know, how's the hiking going? That was the beginning phrase conversation with that. I haven't really had much responses today. But I really find that a lot of my conversations, like the real responses come a couple days later.
Mm-hmm.
And like maybe you've reached out again, or, you know, that first, sometimes I kind of feel like that first conversation, they're like, okay, this person's just going to try to sell me something, because I only say that because that's how I used to be. I used to be like, oh, that person does Arbonne, I'm not gonna bother, you know? So I find that a lot of my good conversations go with me following up with the conversation a couple days later.
Absolutely. I think that's amazing, because what you're asking is, you're asking an intriguing question, right? And you're following up with more questions.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that I want to encourage you guys to do that I've noticed is that you have to be interested, but you have to ask questions that are engaging and not just saying like, how's your day going? People are just going to say fine. And then you're going to say something like, great. And then that's it. That's where the conversation ends. That's not going to do you any bit of good, right? So like, how is hiking? Great. And this, and this. And you're like, oh, that's really interesting. Why is this happening, right? It's digging in deeper and being interested and finding more out. So I want to share with you guys one of the conversations I had today, and I was kind of shocked that it just came out of the blue. So if you guys noticed, I did a mosquito post about my darn mosquito bites that I got the other day. And I wanted to know what the heck could help me, right? So let's see. I want to see if I can find her. Okay, so Rachel. So right here, she was already hitting me up. She's like, hey, I've got a free Pilates class, blah, blah, blah. Said I'm just getting over influenza B, and I let it go, right? And then the other day I said, hey, thanks for the comment on my mosquito bites. I swear since losing 70 pounds, those bloodsuckers love me more. I was in so much discomfort. Your remedy totally helped. How did you discover that? Right? So I'm asking her an intriguing question that actually promotes her to write something a little bit longer. Okay? So guess what? Not a problem. I'm actually into homeopathic medicine. I've been using it most of my life. So glad it helped. Hey, I also wanted to reach out because I've been doing the keto diet for the last 6 months. I still have 70 pounds to lose, but I'm a single parent on a very strict budget. Does your system cost a lot? I wouldn't mind hearing about it. Guess what I said? Honey, I'd be honored to tell you. But I got really into it with her. Like, I know, I showed her, it says, as you can see, most people plateau on keto. I know I did when I did it. And trust me, I've literally tried everything under the sun from Weight Watchers to keto. When do you have time to chat on the phone in the next couple of days? I'd love to get to know you and see if maybe I'll be able to help you. Okay, she hasn't responded just yet, but no big deal. You know, I'm going to follow up with her, right? So these are the things that you want to start engaging with. So let's take a look. Linda, you talked to her about 3 months ago. So cool. See, but that's just the amazing thing. Once we start dripping on her, right? Linda's dripping on her. I'm dripping on her. You know, God knows. Christina may know her later on. Like, these are the things that start to happen. And it's about keeping up with those authentic conversations and keeping them going, and loving on them, right? I'm also, honest to goodness, if I look at this right here, very strict budget, single parent, I would be bringing up coaching, Linda, right? So I'd be sitting down with her and I'd be like, okay, you know what? What if this could be the most amazing opportunity for you? I mean, it's not only just a diet program. What if you could lose the weight? What if you could start helping your family and stuff like that? So I'd be sitting down and I'd be wanting to know more about this lady and really loving on her. Okay. So, let's see here. Who's got questions about some of these conversations or maybe help on where to go with them? Has anybody got anything like that? Linda, you were saying something. What's that?
My internet is going in and out, so I didn't hear what you said.
Was my internet going out or was it just Linda's?
Mine is.
Oh, okay. So does anybody have any questions about these authentic conversations and how to eventually move them to the phone or things like that, or meet in person? Is everybody feeling pretty comfortable about that, or do we have anything that we're kind of like, eh? Christina does? Okay, hold on, Linda. I'll be right back with you, love bug. Christina, go.
So I will say, and I know that this is like probably just a hang up that I kind of need to get over, change the words inside my head. But when I friend people, and I think it's just because I've had so many people friend me in the past who have had businesses, and obviously I'm in a different frame of mind than I used to be. But it used to be like, I would get really pissed off when people would friend me and then immediately start trying to sell me something.
Mm-hmm.
And so I always feel like the first conversation, I try not to bring up too much health stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I try to like really establish some kind of a relationship, and then they can start to see my posts and then following up later. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
But I feel like at the same time, it's like, okay, I'm probably missing some serious opportunities if I was just like a little bit more blunt about it. So I kind of go back and forth, and I'm sure it's like finding a balance, you know, but I kind of go back and forth on like, you know, that.
Yep. So one of the amazing ways that we can help with that is our lists, right? So when we have our contact list, as we're looking at posts that we're posting, if any of those people that you've just friended are just liking your personal post, keep it personal until the opportunity arises, right? Or until you see an opening on their post. Now, if any of those people are liking your health-related posts, right? I'm always putting an asterisk next to them or a star or a heart or something and being like, dude, this is so awesome that you love this. Like, what was it that caught your eye on my post today? I'm really curious, love. Right? Okay. So there's different ways to just kind of posture that and find that out. You're right. It's going to be a balance. Some people are going to like it. Some people aren't. It's just about creating that authentic relationship, though. I totally agree. I don't want to go out there and just be like, boom, boom, boom. Right? And I think with most of you guys, you saw that I was trying to be authentic, trying to be real, trying to be loving, and really being interested in what was going on with your life and how I can help you. And I'm still going there. So it's all in how you posture it. And if we have those belief systems, they're going to come up and show, right? So if you're feeling that way, go find something, like say they like your health related post. Go on their page, start commenting all on their stuff on Facebook, create a feed. Oh my God, your kids are so cute. Oh my God, my kid has the same little wings that when they go swimming and stuff like that. Did you get those at Walmart? Or, engage that way. One of the biggest things that you can keep on saying, ask questions. Don't just comment and say, oh my gosh, that's cute. Find a way for them to engage. Where did you get those? How long has this been going on? Like, find a way to pull information from people. Be the detective. That was the word I'm looking for. Be the detective. Find like the puzzle pieces and be interested. Okay. Every once in a while, yeah, I'll be blunt and be like, okay, you've been loving my health related posts for a really long time. What is it that's enticing you to like them so much, sweet pea? So, but I'm being organic, authentic, real in the way I talk, using emojis. Try to use more of those because they're fun and they're uplifting, right? So those are the things that I would encourage on that one. What kind of questions do we have about authentic conversation? Oh, Linda, that's right. Linda, come on, baby.
Well, it's just the same thing that Christina was talking about. I reach out to people, and it could be a few days. They come back to me, and they ask me those questions. And so that's when I say, hey, let's get on the phone. Let's go for coffee. Let's do this. Let's do that. And most of them are not ready. But like you said earlier, we are planting those seeds. I think Jerry was the one this morning that did the Les Brown story about the bamboo and how they fertilized, and they did the planting of the tree, and it took 5 years, and everybody thought they were crazy because all they were doing is watering and fertilizing every day for 5 years, and all of a sudden this bamboo grew. So it's like we are planting those seeds, and we are talking to these people, and they are seeing what we say, what we write, how we express ourselves, like you said. The friends that are just friends, we're just friends. But like you said, be authentic, and be caring and be involved. So that's what I've been trying to do, and still treading water, and I'm still a baby. So I'm learning as I go. And for me, yesterday was a very emotional day for me, and I kind of broke down because I was very discouraged. But after today and talking to friends and hosting and trying to make friends, my insecurities lifted. So I'm going to lose my job because here I was over there and then typing over here, and then there I was over there and then typing over here. So,
well, be careful.
Right?
Right? I know this can be addicting. This can be something
Right?
when you're very, very adamant about it and you want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Just be careful.
I know, right?
Well, okay. So I think this is good. And this kind of brings me to one of the things that I did want to talk about, and I was going to, it wasn't one of the things that we actually really talked about us covering, but I think it's a really good time to talk about it, is building a community. And I never really understood what Jamel told me why he told me to do that in the beginning. Because this business is built on building authentic connections with people and relationships. Above all, people need to know that they're okay, that they're appreciated, that they're loved, that they're accepted, right? People don't care how much we know until they know how much we care. And they will not come to us, they will not trust us unless we show that we're trustworthy people. And so one of the things that I want to encourage you all to do is get out and be social. and don't have a hidden agenda. Don't. Are you going to be looking for an opportunity? Always. Us as business people and growing our business, we are. But the best thing that you can do is surround yourself with like-minded people who want to have more, who want to be inspired, who want to be as healthy as they can be, to want to feel okay, to be loving. Go find those people. Go continue to hang around them, because they're going to continue to uplift you and inspire you and motivate you and make you feel okay. And I hear that out of Linda, what she said yesterday. She was feeling really down in the dumps. But once she started connecting with people and friends and making friends, guess what? That stuff started to go away. Okay? So it is important to get out, have coffee dates for no other reason than to have coffee dates, right? Okay? It helps us, but it also helps other people too. Okay? So go out and go for walks. Go do date night with couples, right? Like, I know that sounds funny, but it's a blast. It's amazing. Things just naturally sometimes come up, you know? It's just the way it happens. So as you're more social, you start to touch on more lives, more people, expand your horizons, expand your group of connections. And that's when, you know, Jamil said, start healthy happy hour, be consistent, pick a day, pick a time, stick to it. And so I have. There's days when nobody comes. There's days when we have like 7 or 8 people there. It's awesome, right? But the key is consistency. Okay. So those are things that you can start doing, is building a community. Have people over for barbecues. Okay. There's all sorts of things that you can do. And if you've got questions on how to do that or what to do, we can sit down and chat about that. Has anybody got any issues? Okay, Linda's got one. What if you don't drink coffee? No worries, you can do a tea day.
No. I'm going to a barbecue on Friday. It's a birthday party. It's for my elderly client that is no longer on program. So I know that there's going to be people there that are overweight, unhealthy, but how do you approach someone in that type of a social, happy situation? Just gradually just say, hey, because they're going to see me eating salad and not eating pork. You know?
Okay.
So
there's a couple of things that can happen. You just got to go with the flow. If somebody says, why aren't you eating that? There's your opportunity. Well,
there you go. There's the door.
I don't know. I've lost 30 plus pounds and I'm learning how to keep it off for once in my life. And I know that choice isn't going to be the best for me. I really kind of want it sometimes, but I don't know. This is pretty awesome. So, and if they go, wow, 30 pounds, right? How you doing that?
Yeah, I like that. I'm losing you again.
Sorry. So these are ways that you can do that. It's just waiting for the opportunity, but also be interested in everybody else. Ask people about them. Say, tell me about you. Tell me about your kids. Tell me about your life and stuff like that. Get to know other people, and they will honestly be more interested in you and what you've got going.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, Christina. And you. Okay.
So I just wanted to add to that. One of the things that I really focus on when I'm going to an event is I try to meet everybody. I try to make it a point to meet everybody and kind of hear their story. And I kind of use it as an opportunity to get to know people well enough so that when I leave, I can go friend them on Facebook. And then you actually have those personable connections. And I actually really try to keep it as little about myself as possible. And I've noticed, because I okay, sorry.
It's okay.
But yeah, and I really, you know, try to make it about, and then if somebody brings up health, or, you know, I try to wear also like a cute outfit. So if somebody compliments me on my outfit, that gives an opening to say, oh yeah, I love the fact that I can finally wear this. It's been sitting in my closet for 3 years or whatever, you know. But for the most part, when I do events, I really try to keep it about them and being interested in them and getting to know them, so that I create that connection. And then when we get connected on Facebook, they're like, oh, you're a health coach. What? You know what I mean? And I've also found, because I went to a barbecue for graduation, and it was one of those where you kind of look around and you're like, oh my God, these people, like there's so many people here whose lives I can touch. And one of the things that I found, when you are in a situation where there's so many people that are in a group that have similar bad habits, when they're in the group, that mentality is strong. So when you start to talk about healthy habits, you get bombarded not with just one person's consideration, but you get the group. It's like, oh, I could never do that. I could never do that. I could never do that. And I've had it actually backfire on me, where now I have 5 different people that have the same consideration and the same roadblock, and they're in agreement that that is a real roadblock. So I think that's one of the reasons why I try to get those personal conversations and those one-on-one conversations outside of the group setting, so that I don't have to battle everybody's considerations when it comes to health. So that's just my 2 cents.
Hot dang, you're right. I had that happen too. And you get bombarded because there's power in groups, right? That's what we talk about community. When you surround yourself with people that are like-minded, guess what's going to happen? So it can either backfire or it can be really good. So I think that that's amazing. Good feedback. Okay, I don't want to be doing most of the talking. Who else wants to talk about stuff? Sandy, did you just come off mute, love?
I had a question.
Sure.
I ordered some health assessments with my order, which came today, and I just thought I didn't see them in the box. Did they come separately?
Did you order it with your fuelings?
Yeah.
They may come from a different location, yes.
Okay.
Because materials do come from a different location. So you can always contact Optavia and see if they should be a different tracking number. If you go into your account, you should probably see that they have 2 different tracking numbers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because it came from Sparks.
Yep. Just down the street, 2 miles from me.
I say I probably know exactly where their warehouse is.
Yep, you probably do. It's right by Wild Island.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
It wasn't there when I was there, but
You know where it's at.
Sparks, and I went, I know where that's at.
Too cool. Okay. Let's see here. You know, to answer your question, Sandy, you know, you put on there, what if you don't drink coffee? So you can do a tea date. You guys can go out to lunch somewhere. You can do breakfast. I love doing breakfast dates with people and lunch dates. You know, sometimes it's just to meet up, like, hey, let's go for a walk on the river or something like that. But there's all sorts of options that you can do. Just get creative. I don't know what's in your town and stuff like that, but being social is amazing. you're going to go sit there and talk with ladies at your aqua size classes, I'm sure, left and right. So
That's
okay.
true.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so let's, we have talked about making authentic conversations and keeping this pretty consistent. We should be doing this at least 3 people a day. You know, once you start those conversations too, look at Facebook, look at their Facebook feed and dissect, find what they're struggling with or find stuff that they're happy about, right? And encourage that. So those are good avenues to really get to know these people, okay? Let's see, what do we want to move to for our next topic? Because we did conversations and I feel like everybody's getting a good feel. Has everybody got a good feel? I've got a good feel. Everybody gotten a good feel of these conversations? Jerry? All right, come off.
It's just really hard at work. I can't get the internet connection, can't do it on the phone, and I don't want to spend too much time on the computer, my work computer at work to do this. That's my struggle. And then I get a little frustrated and my confidence goes. So it's difficult to find the time to do it.
So what about like first thing in the morning?
I do. I get on in the morning and I try and do stuff at my lunch hour so that I'm not kind of, taking up too much time with stuff. And by the time I get home, I try to do it again at night by like 8 or 9 o'clock. It's just, I don't know. I'm stressing a bit and I don't know why. I don't know why. It's funny because the consistency is working because I had 3 people reach out to me today without me doing a damn thing other than posting. So it's working. It's just, it's the time. It's time. It's getting away from me. I feel like I don't have enough of it. I try to come home and I have a lot of East Coast clients that between 5 and 7, I'm trying to really connect with them. Some nights, you know what I mean? Like tonight, I try and always connect with them at least on Tuesday nights because I've been having really good luck getting a hold of them. So Mondays are gone with calls. Tuesdays are gone with, East Coast clients. I have something to do on tomorrow night, and it's just because I don't have a big circle of friends here. Y'all are it, that and work. And so I'm trying to go out and do more social activities to make that group of friends and be more around people, but time. Not enough time in the day. And then I have kids that, I've got Mark going off to college in another 2 weeks. I got a 16-year-old who kind of really needs me to be around still and stuff. So I'm stressed.
Find balance. Yeah, it's balance and consistency. Same thing with Jamil and I today. I told him that my client acquisition was going downhill. So I said, I don't know what's going on. I feel like my client acquisition is in the dumps. What the heck? And he goes, that's the way you feel. Is that the truth? And I said, yeah, it needs attention. Truth. Got to fill the funnel. He goes, yep, constant balance. It's going to be a struggle as more things come on your plate and you have to balance life and more things in life. But you'll find it. You'll totally find it.
Yeah.
It's just not easy sometimes. But with that, I know that was one of our topics, is about structure and organizing time. So we've got about 15 minutes. Do we want to talk about organizing our time? Do we feel like that's enough time to go over that? No. Leslie's saying no. Jerry says no. Aaron says no. Okay, that's going to be for probably tomorrow night or the night after. Okay. So let's talk about frustration and concepts, because that has come up a couple of times. So where people are frustrated with certain things or concepts about program, and how we're actually posturing this. So Linda, let's talk. I know that you were saying the other day that you were a little bit frustrated about why not you, and we were talking about why people aren't signing up and things like that. So let's talk about that a little bit.
Okay. For some reason, I lost video, so I don't know if you guys can see me or not.
Yep, we can.
You can see me?
Yep.
Okay, good. I didn't know because I can't see me. I can't see me on there.
That's okay. We can see you.
I think what happens to me is I may be reaching out to the wrong type of individuals, even though they really, really need us. But I think what's happening, in fact, I know what's happening is I have a relative who's overweight, needs to lose the weight, just retired from her jobs on a fixed income. But then again, you can be a coach. You can do this, you can do that. But they seem to want that quick fix, but they don't want to pay for it. And, Bill and I were talking about that the other day. It's like the type of people that are reaching out to me want it, but then when you talk to them, it's only probably about maybe not even $12 a day. When you come down to it, they say, I can't do that. I can't afford that. I'm on food stamps, and that's what I get every month. And so I'm having difficulties crossing that bridge over. So I know I know it's here. It's everywhere, but I don't know what's happening.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So it may be that we're just hitting a particular
audience.
That's a good word for it. That may not be conducive to this. It's not like we don't present the opportunity and allow that to be possible for them, right? But we will try to go seek out the people who may be able to be more open in a position, right? So when I'm thinking about people, I think about all the people in Sun Valley that could use this. Is that probably going to be my best opportunity? Probably not. There's going to be a lot of excuses. There's going to be a lot of all of that stuff, right? But when I start thinking about people that could use this, that there is a better potential, I'm looking for areas like, I don't know, I'm not going to say like Tahoe, but I'm looking for more of the teachers, right? I'm looking for more people like physical therapists and people in the healthcare field, right? I'm looking for people that are, I don't want to just say middle to upper class, but I'm looking for people who are struggling but open to making progress.
Okay.
It's very hard to find. I know, I see Jerry going, well, how the hell do you find these people? Because what I start looking at is I look for friends and family that are in that area, right? And then I start to reach out and I look for those people too. Okay. somebody else want to bring in their thought pattern with this? Because I just don't feel like I'm being as eloquent as I want to on this one. Christina and Jerry. Okay, hold on. I'm just going to unmute both of you guys. Go.
So basically it comes down to the affordability factor. What you're looking for are, I don't want to say, like she said, it's not about a class issue, but there are certain people that they won't do Weight Watchers because they have to do $14 for the meetings to go.
Mhm.
It's just the expenditure is not worth their time right now. They can't see it. So for them, they're looking at it, and you've got to look at it from their perspective. It's a diet. I'm not going to spend that much money on a diet. We know it's more. We know what it has done for us, not only physically, but mentally and financially. To them, it's a diet. So that's a hindrance for a bunch of people. And it's not, we are looking for a certain level because we do want the people that kind of can see the potential of it. There are certain people that are just never going to see it. They want the magic pill. They want it fast. They want it cheap, and they want it now.
Yeah.
And you can't get frustrated with that part of it, because all you can really do is go, this is what I have to offer. I can't do anything about that. I'm here for you if you ever change your mind. And then you got to move it forward. But until they pass that it's not just a diet, they're going to go, I'm not paying that much money.
Yeah, but you know what? I know, Jerry, it's like I don't use the D word. I use a healthy lifestyle.
It's not your words. It's what's in their head.
Gotcha.
Okay. We were all at the point, I'm going to speak for myself. I was freaking desperate. I started 5 days before Christmas. That's desperate.
Yeah. That's insane.
I didn't care. Yes. I didn't care what it cost me at that point, because I knew her. I saw it. I felt it. I wanted it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it comes down to. We rearranged our finances, and I figured out how to make it work. But I saw it as something more than the diet. It's not just Weight Watchers. It wasn't just Nutrisystem.
Yeah.
There was something else happening that was coming out of Annika that I wanted more of.
Mm-hmm.
It was, God, I rewrote my story, and in my story I literally said the words, I watched a friend of mine lose her weight, but as she got smaller, I watched her soul get bigger.
Yeah.
That's where it's at.
Yeah.
They can't see that from the demographic you're hitting. All they can see is it's a sheer diet, and it's going to cost me $500 a month.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So it's not how, sometimes you can't posture it any other way because it's in their heads.
Right.
And it's just a continual, you keep doing your posts, you keep doing your stuff, you keep going, hey, just thinking about you, how's it going? Until they start to see that there's more to it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I also feel like, from my perspective, no matter what the demographic is, I feel like it's an abundant mindset. You want people who have an abundant mindset. And as a mom, and coming kind of from the mom culture, like with little ones right now, there's kind of a mindset that it's really hard to do things for yourself. Like, you would spend $100 a month on your kids to go do something, but the fact of even going out to get your nails done for yourself is hard to do, and that's only like $35. So for me, that's what I struggled with, because you can ask Annika. It took me a year to sign up, and one of the things that I worked on was my abundant mindset. It wasn't just for this program, but it was because I was finding there's so many things I wanted that I couldn't have, and I needed to change the way that I thought about finances and about what I could have, and granting myself the ability to have it. So if you want, when you come to those people that are struggling to come up with the finances, or I don't have the money, I don't have, like, the key word is I don't have, or that's too expensive. It's because in their mind, what they're saying is they're not worth it.
Right.
that's really what it comes down to. They don't think that there is an abundance. They think that there's a lack of finances in the world, and they don't think that they are worth the amount of money that it would take in order to get you there. So one thing, you know, you can look at those people and you're like, okay, well, how can I help them change their mindset to allowing themselves even small things, you know, to actually allow themselves to grow and to be healthy and happy. And then look for the people who live in abundance. Look for the people who are willing to go get their nails done. Look for the people who, you know, are going to go on vacations. Like, those are the people who are willing to do things for themselves that cost money because they don't think there's a lack of money in the world.
Right. Good pointers.
Dude, you guys just brought the pain on that. That's exactly what I wanted to say. It's probably why I'm drinking coffee tonight. It's true though. I mean, you have to look at that, and you know, like we say, class isn't the thing, but there's people that have no abundance mindset. They are stuck where they're stuck, and they're at where they're at because of that. Okay. These are people that are living, like we talked about, on food stamps. They're living on, you know, unemployment, and they're not looking for a job because they want to continue to live on unemployment because they don't want to do the work. These aren't people that are going to do the work. Now, some of them will. If you give them an opportunity, some of these people will. But for the most part, they won't. We have to find the people that are craving something different, that are struggling and they're fighting and they want something different. And those are, man, go do a live on that. Go be like, I want to know who wants something bigger in life. I want to know who's craving having extra finances, having money in their finances, to have a savings account. I want to know who's out there who's tired of putting their vacations on their freaking credit cards like I used to do and have their credit go downhill. I'm craving and desiring the people who have had enough being down here and want an opportunity to be here with their body, with their mind, with their soul, with their finances. These are all things that if you start to share that passion, share that fire, and show how this program can help, that's what you're going to start attracting. Here's the thing. You are going to attract what you are. And if you start to think differently and have an abundance mindset and start getting rid of the things that are not creating that abundance, you are going to become exactly what you want. So hang around the abundance. Be around that. Create that abundance mindset. And like Christina's saying, help people dream. Invest in them. Love on them. Show them the way. Show them how it's possible. Use a structural tension chart. Geez, Christina and I were talking about this today. She goes, I showed somebody how to get her goals and have a Mustang by October using a structural tension chart. And I went, dude, I wish I was a fly on the wall for that. Right? So we are going to get into structure, structural tension, and organizing our time tomorrow night. But we have our goal, our action step, right, for tomorrow. Who did their sugar shot? Aaron? Aaron's it? Okay.
I haven't been to the grocery store yet. It's not my fault.
It's 8 o'clock. Let's go. Let's go to the grocery store and do the sugar shot.
Haven't been to the grocery store.
Okay. Well, we got time. So, and we've got time tomorrow too. So, sugar shots are going to be posted. That's what the goal is for tomorrow. And I want this to go up, and the amount of weight that you've lost with the pounds of sugar. And I want somebody to take a picture, and I want you guys hair done, right? wearing some nice clothes that just really show our form, and do a side-by-side photo with a disclaimer and share your story, right? Put something like sugar mama to get somebody's attention, right? And say, yeah, I'm a sugar mama. I lost 30 pounds of sugar, or whatever it is. I'm so darn excited, and share a little part of your story and write those people down on a list. Every single one that hearts it, likes it, I want you guys to send out, hey, I don't know if you know I'm a health and wellness coach. Thank you so much for loving on my progress photo. I got 3 open spots to work with somebody who wants to get healthy. Do you happen to know of anybody that I could help that wants to have a sugar shot like this? Right? Start commenting on that. And then also, you guys are going to want to post, personal posts in between that and stuff like that too. But Wednesday is perfect. It's right after the holiday. People are fat, tired, lethargic, lazy, unhappy about the conversations and the decisions that they've made during the holidays. It's one of the best times to actually show people what you're accomplishing over the summer. So let's do that. The best times to post those are between 5:30 a.m. and 6:30 a.m. or at 11 to 1 or from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. your local time. Okay? And start utilizing that. And then tomorrow night, we're going to get on and I'm going to show you how to organize and structure your time. And I will probably use a couple of people as guinea pigs to help them.
Cool.
How are we feeling?
I got a question for you.
Got it.
All right, so you just said sugar shots, post tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Tell the new story, tell a smidge of your story. What do you want us to put with this shot? Because I know you said everybody that likes loves it and whatever, you send them the text, hey, thanks so much for loving it. What do you want us to put with the sugar shot? The
description?
Yeah.
You guys can choose to add your new story that you guys have created if you feel that it is consistent with the picture. If you feel like it's way in depth and doesn't describe what you're trying to portray, then do something different. I'm going to leave it up to you and your discretion on what you want to do with that. We can also use your story at a later time because I've got something else that we can do for that too. Okay, so take it as your discretion. If your story, your new story fits that sugar shot and that picture, then do it. And if it doesn't, just do something fun. Like I said, I'm a sugar mama. Do something like that. I don't even know where that came from. Linda's laughing. I have no idea. Coffee's finally kicking in. I don't know. Christina and Jerry inspired me tonight. That's what it was. Okay, guys, I think this is amazing for tonight, unless anybody has any questions. So I really just kind of want to unmute all and see if anybody's got any questions or anything like that. Are we good?
I'm good.
Erin, we're good? Linda, we're good?
I'm good.
Sandy? Okay. All right, you guys. Let's do it. Woo! All right. See you guys later. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.